Hello and welcome. Let's do another base tour. And to start things off, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing science. That's right. We've got the brain. We've got the science coming in. We've got the science trains. It's happening. We're doing the sciences. And it's a lot of science. We made it. We got there. Don't worry about that train. that was part of the experiment. Speaking of the experiment, that's where we last left you. We tried a science experiment. It didn't work, and I wanted to quit the game. But you know what? I pressed on. I persevered. And so let's talk about what happened since then and how science happened. First off, you might be wondering, who's this little guy? And, well, we'll find out about him in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like an hour and a half when we get back to the end of the tour, which is the beginning of the tour. You know, circular, just like my reasoning. So let's start with red science. Because science. No, so what happened is I did this science experiment. If you remember, here's the science experiment. What is this? Oh yeah, science experiment lives here. Why do I have just like a rocket thing? Oh yeah, I have the little fingers turned on. We can do tags now. This is the science experiment. Oh yeah, probably because I don't know how to spell experiment and something. Science experiment. Bloop. We don't give it an icon because oh gosh. It's just an experiment. It didn't work. You remember Mega Oil powering the science experiment. So the science experiment, if you remember, it tried to do all the science in one place. You know, that's just not going to work. And I was going to, plop down a whole bunch of them, and that didn't work. So I decided to do a whole bunch one at a time. But I was inspired by another YouTuber. Shoot, I forget his name. I'll put it in here somewhere. I probably put it in here somewhere. But he did a big giant base that was just a giant vanilla mega base that was a giant grid of bots. Just plop down bots and have bots do everything. He ended up having to do mods for it because he couldn't quite get to 4,000. He started off guaranteed 4,000 signs per minute, like part of the way through, and then halfway through his guarantee, he realized like there's no way this is gonna happen. The bots are too slow. There's too much to carry. The power he was just using solar power only. He calculated the amount of power he would need off of that. It was astronomical, and there's no way. So he ended up using mods. But he inspired me to embrace the bees. And by the bees, I mean a whole bunch of bots flying around doing everything. So I kind of got fatigued of doing, all this belt stuff. And I didn't want to sit here and try and figure out how to build each science and figure out how the belts work in each one and then load and unload trains. So I thought, let's just try the bees thing. So here we go. Oh, right next door. So I started off with the sciences. We got red science here. It's right next door. We got the bees. And you'll notice right away that it's very efficient. So this is me trying to do things without plopping down blueprints. And the reason why is because there's no gimme blueprints for red science, or there wasn't at the time that I liked. So I'm gonna do this. Like, all you gotta do is you gotta have a requester chest for what you need, a provider chest for what you're putting out, and then you put it in a thing with all the productivity modules. You surround it with a bunch of beacons, and then you copy paste, roboports, copy paste, roboports, copy paste, and so on and so forth, until you have more than you need. And for this first one, I was like, I got the build train here. Oh, I don't even have the build train here. This is the first iteration of my science stations. You'll see as we go on that I came up with a pretty good one. Even got a science station. Even got a little blueprint for it. But this one, I decided that the bot network needed to be separate from the main network. And by the main network, I mean one of the main networks, because I don't have a main network. So you can see this thin green line of botting. This one did end up getting connected to the main base because the main base kind of holds onto the science network or the solar field network. But, you know, mostly I've got separate networks for everything. So the whole reason to separate this from that would be because if I wanted it to be off the network for where all the bees are, and I already have that anyways, so I didn't need to worry about separating it from the trains. I got, like, you know, these trains unload onto belts and then they go into whatever this mess is right here. Don't worry about those iron plates on the floor. That's probably because I accidentally took off my armor and dropped everything on the ground or something terrible like that. So we had belts in, chests, and the thin line of bots, and then belts out to load the train. All right, that was the first iteration. So let's move on to green science. I'm using a new mic. It's got a big giant, so say they pop filter thing built in or something, so I don't have to worry about my plosives as much. We'll see. I'm obviously not going to test anything before I record an hour-long video. So obviously, I can't do it. Hey, we're moving on to green science now, so look at this. Oh, by the way, the main place is called the Brain. The Brain. The Brain. And then, so yeah, we got the Brain, and then all the sciences. We got red science, and we got green science. All right, so green science we brought in. I think we just had to bring in green chips was the only different thing we brought in. Oh, is this? No, this is just, oh, copper. It's still copper and steel. This is back in the day when things were easy. Because, you know, you could put green and red science together because they take the same input. Oh, because I built green chips on site. That's really smart. That is actually really smart. And I probably should have done that more because we'll see, spoiler alert, green chips are flipping overloaded right now. And there's a billion trains coming in trying to get a billion green chips and like half a billion green chips. You know, but that's not as bad as blue chips. We'll get there. We'll talk about it. So yeah, we got kind of a just this one we did more of a layout, a flat line design of the beacons and the modules. So, you know, you got a line of the intermediates and then a line of the sciences and so on and so forth, and then, you know, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. You'll see. Oh, I should show you the I should show you the production statistics now before they drop because, you know, I'll show you. Oh, I figured out you can do this. You can actually filter so you can see what your sciences are. So in the last hour, look at that. Look at that. We're doing 1.5K. That's 1,000 for you non-Americans. 1.5K science per minute. Look at that. Now, obviously, you're seeing what's happening over here. Is we're not keeping up. We're definitely not keeping up. Space science, I went a little ham on that. We'll get to that, you know, about an hour from now. You know how it goes. But check out the science that's happening right now. I don't understand this. How do we use 1.5K of everything, but not as much of these? Like, what? Why? How? I mean, they cost the same. But, I don't know. Someone can answer that. Leave a reply in the comments below. No one's going to watch this video. So yeah, you see the next iteration of this little base. It's got the stacker in and then the line out, and then, you know, the whole building train and then delivery pickup. And so the theme is building. So let's move on over to black science. You know, I might have to get a PT in this one. You know, our tours always go good when I bring out the PT, and that's personal train for everyone else who's new to these train wrecks. Speaking of train wrecks, we had a train wreck in the last video. Somewhat amusing. So, let's go. Oh yeah, I have a horrible dry cough. And so, speaking of train wrecks. Oh my, look at this. Looks like, yeah, this is what's happening. We got all the sciences heckin' buffered all over the place. And now that we're actually going out with the sciences, we are starting to tax our previous systems and figure out where the bottlenecks are. So black science train actually had to come and unload and get more black science. So we see for black science, we already ramped up what we had to bring in. We went in from bringing in just copper plates and iron plates. Now we're bringing copper plates, iron plates, steel, stone, coal, and that's it. I did find a blueprint for this one because it was starting to get complicated at this point. And red science, green science, that was pretty easy. I knew how to do that. I could look at the recipes and figure those out. But for black science, I didn't know what the ratios were or anything like that. I mean, obviously, we'll see. I don't care about the ratios. But I took a blueprint that had belts in it, plopped it down, and then just deleted all the belts. You can see there's two passive provider chests here. Not because I need to, but because there's like a belt out here. And instead of just deleting this one, I put down a passive provider chest. Actually, I found that after the fact when I saw that half of these ones were dropping black science on the ground. And I'm like, that's going to be too hard to clean up. I'm just going to drop down and copy paste a passive provider chest everywhere. So this was running great. And by great, it was kind of running. Oh, this brings me to the other thing that happened is I needed steel at the Smeltatorium. So let's go to the Smeltatorium. You guys remember the Smeltatorium. We added steel. Look at that. So we had copper plates, iron plates. And we added steel and stone because we needed them for black science. And me being the smart person that I was, you may wonder, how did I do steel? Because I had big trains coming in for iron and copper, or, dropping those off. Ooh, look at that. That's not good. You see the problems that I'm having. So for steel, we just drop off copper plates and run it through the exact same miner. It seemed like a good idea because you smelt it the same way, right? It's the same thing. So we just have a train that gets plates from here, and it goes up here and drops them off to be smelted for steel down here. It was a great idea, guys. Just it was good. For stone, just kind of the same thing. Used the same, plopped down the same blueprint I had for mining, and dropped off the stone, and stone people came pick it up, and we got a few trains coming here. They're mostly just waiting at stone, heading this, blah blah blah, waiting at stone. The theme of the thing is all the mines running out, and that's going to become a huge problem now that our science is completely, the buffer is running out. I mean, I took a long time there was a lot of hours between red science and finally getting to white science. By the time we got to white science, everything was so buffered out that, we could run it for a while and get the maximum out of the brain, which is, I think each one of these does about 500 science a minute. So this is from the 1K science per minute blueprint, the inner workings of that. So I plopped that down, and then I just started copy pasting that because I figured, you got the bees going. Might as well just add some more stuff in. So we're doing 1.5 science a minute right now, but it's not going to last. Obviously, it's not going to last. Oh, you might be wondering what this is. This is the science YOLO. This is just if you find random science elsewhere, because I thought, I'm doing all this science elsewhere, and I'm, half-heartedly getting some science out of it. Why not load it into a YOLO train, like some of its extra stuff, and drop it off at the brain? Because what's the point of making all these sciences everywhere else if you're not actually going to use them? So I don't know. I guess I could decommission science in the main base at some point. I think I had this white science like going up to the brain at one point. Oh yeah, there you go. You see the old see the line going up there when I tried to shim in the white science. But I'm running off the legit science right now. So we'll keep that going, and as long as we can, and start fixing the production, fixing the bottleneck. Speaking of bottleneck and production, we got black science. And we were running low on iron plates. So this started the first theme of supplemental things at the outposts. So we got supplemental smelting. The Smeltatorium couldn't keep up with iron plates. So I started bringing in iron ore trains here and smelting them. And so then this is obviously the best way to smelt and then into passive provider chests, so we don't run out of that here. But there you go, that's black science. Up next is, I think I did them in order. I mean, I know I did them in order, but I don't know what comes next. Red, green, black, blue. So did we? Oh, in between black and blue, because Smeltatorium, we were running it thin. You know, so we built we built Smeltatorium 2. And Smeltatorium 2 was, you know, we got Smeltatorium 1. It worked out pretty good. The only regret I have is not being able to expand it further and then doing a poor job with steel, right? So we copy-pasted Smeltatorium 2, which is just copy-paste of 1. And then I found out why train management is a thing. Because, you know, originally I just had them named the same thing. And this is back when I still had 1.1, right? Or not 1.1. I didn't have 1.1, so I didn't have the new train management, whatever, blah, blah. You can only have 2 guys to this stop or something like that. So I just had them as the same name. Then trains would just go to the closest one. So that meant I had to feed these evenly, which I didn't because, I mean, I haven't done any train management other than you go here, and then you go to this one over here. And if I look and see that something's going wrong, then I'm going to go ahead and send you over to that one over there. So basically manual management at this point. So I started to understand why, you know, you had some of the midway stacker things where, you know, you send the trains here and they wait and then something opens up, or the LTN mod. You know, I didn't want to use any mods or anything, but just the concept that you've got a many-to-many situation, so you don't have to worry about manually sending trains to where they're needed. That happens automatically. Right. So I should have all these my big 2.8 trains bringing in the ore. You know, they should just go to a generic stop that drops on here. And whenever I create a new mine, it should just be generic. So I don't have to worry about figuring out which one it goes to and like who's running thin and how many people are picking up here and all of that. So that's something to do in the future. Now that 1.1 is out and stable, i.e. I was forced to upgrade to it, whether or not I wanted to. I might try to use some of that stuff. I might try to figure that out. I already wanted to do a thing where I put the wires here and read the contents of these boxes, and if like one of them was low, like shut down the stop so it would go to the other one. So that was like my next plan. Then 1.1 came out. Then, you know, I finished all the science, and then I wanted to record this video so I could stop playing this game forever. But for now, so we did the Smeltatorium 2. The main goal is like, you know, we're running Smeltatorium 1 thin. Dry cough is happening, people. Let's hope that mic didn't pick that up, or, you know, you're all going to hate your life. So, blue chips is happening. We already did that. So, blue science, speaking of blue. We expanded. Oh, yeah, there used to be a wall, like, right. What was it, here? Yeah, the wall is here. And then down to here and here. We expanded it down to here. No, we had this wall here. We had this wall here, and we had this wall here. Where did we expand, then? Oh, no, we had this wall here. Or this wall here is maybe what I'm thinking of. Anyways, we expanded all the way down to here, and all the way down to here. We had some good, oh, gosh. We had some good iron patches. This was, like, I think, like 15 million, and now we're down to 7. We were draining them fast. Oh, this was like 10. Now it's 4. This is still 10. That's good. You can see I just run through the middle and just throw down some random beacons, or modules. Here's some stone. Gosh, we're running out of that too. Oof. All right, blue science. So, blue science, we needed to bring in red chips, plates, iron plates, steel, and petroleum. Oh, dear. So I built this whole thing and like brought in sulfuric acid, and then I realized, because I had a sulfuric acid train, remember? And then I realized, of course, it needs petroleum, not sulfuric acid. So whoops. So obviously the thing to do there was snake off of the. Let's see, because we couldn't really fit. You know, remember, here's our sulfuric acid loading train. Couldn't really fit in another liquid train in here, especially when I use this atrocity of a blueprint for a loading station. So I decided to sneak one here because my fluid bus went all the way down here. So obviously when I've got oil, like original oil down here, right? Like the first oil thing I ever built, that I've just randomly thrown in some beacons and stuff to try and, I don't know what I'm doing. Just, you know, the main base is on life support so it can support my habits of building all this other stuff. So you got to run it all the way down the bus and try and load it onto a train here. Obviously, did not work out. Oh, I got to send my guy over, so when I press M, we're at the place we want to be. Bloop. It didn't work out. There was a little oil patch right here. So I tried to, extract as much petroleum as I could out of this oil patch. I realized that I probably could have done... where am I at? Let's see, this is the problem we have. I was watching one of Nilaus' video. Nilaus? The masterclass dude. And he's doing something where he just used not advanced mining just to get petroleum out and none of the other ones. Because I'm sitting here like trying to crack all of this and do all that. And, the only thing I want is petroleum. So all I'm doing is cracking heavy to light and then light into petroleum and petroleum. Oh, because all I'm doing is making sulfur. Look at that. So yeah, it needs sulfur. And kind of went with the... Oh, we needed a bunch of small engines too. I decided to build those on site because, yeah, it worked out. I mean, Blue Science is doing all right. This is not a bad space. This is copy pastable. This is copy pastable. We can expand this with the copy pasties. I feel like the resources here haven't really been drug out too bad. I'm not sure when I did this. I need to write down what happened when. But also we added supplemental red chips. Remember the disappointment of red chips, right? We added the supplemental red chips because if you remember, I did the supplemental red chips to the beaconing. If you remember the beaconing, where's the beaconing? The beaconing over here, modules, aka the beaconing. Oh, I don't have train stops on anymore. I'm actually using train stops. The beaconing, here it is. Yeah, I don't have train stops anymore because it looks like this. That's too busy. So the beaconing, I added in supplemental red chips, right? And so I had this atrocity of a spaghetti unloader thing. And I'm just like, red chips need more red chips. So I'll just copy paste that and put it here. And then I changed the 4-to-4 splitters into 4-to-8. And then I just changed this into 8 things of red chips. Remember, these are 12 per second, not 45 per second. So now we've got 8 plus 8 times 12 is something per second. And smashing those into, of course, 8 belts. So red chips, look at that. Red chips is, full out. Like who's even getting red chips? Waiting at Blue Science. Oh, because you're still unloading, right? Like we could just send you. It's like, hey, go pick up some red chips. Yeah, they're free. They're free and open right now. Just check it out. That's cool. So we built supplemental red chips. Yeah, supplemental is the theme. We tried a better steel, so we brought in a full 2.8 train with iron ore and directly into steel. That still doesn't produce. It's flipping hard to make steel. My goodness. Wish somebody would have told me this. I thought I could just, pump out steel like I could pump out all these other ones, You throw down a thing and you get a full belt, but here you throw down 15 things and you might get, half a belt and a lint and a button in your pocket. We got supplemental mines. I like this too. When I'm, when a outpost is near a patch, and so you just directly feed it in. You still have the train come in. But you feed it in directly. All right, so we did Blue Science. All right, Blue Science is happening. We're feeling good about ourselves. The sciences are wrapping up though. It's one of those where every time I go to build a new science, it's not just a matter of building this station and then, building the things. It's like, what other things do I need? So blue, purple. Like, these are the things where I sat there and thought about, like, oh man, can I do this? Can it be done? I don't know if I can generate that sort of power. I think at this point I'd also started my blueprint for this. So it seemed a lot daunting to at least get the starter thing going. Because we have, we've got the fuel train. We switched over to nuclear power. Let's talk about nuclear power. Let's not talk about nuclear power. Because if I want to bookmark this video... No, this is a good spot to talk about nuclear power. Let's put bookmarks in. So here's nuclear power. It wasn't that big a deal. I had these here and I was hand feeding them for a little bit. And then now I'm just dropping off the uranium and the rocket fuel. And so the fuel train now picks up fuel, because it picks up rocket fuel from the main base, because that's where I was mostly making it for the fuel train at least. It picks up rocket fuel there. Now it drops it off here and then picks up nuclear fuel. That's about it. We have a lot more nuclear power. I had to plop down a few more of those because of my horrible beacon habits of just throwing down beacons everywhere. We're consuming about, I don't know, about 10 gigawatts. It's not ridiculous or anything, but I'm got to the point where I take 12 reactors when I want to expand instead of 6, because we're expanding 12 at a time. It's getting there. It's getting bigger. And then let's talk about this little guy. So I had this cute little jank idea when I first built nuclear power that this train was going to get iron and coal. So he's going to go to a coal patch and he's going to go to an iron patch. He's going to drop it off these cute little smelters, because that was back when I fueled smelters with coal. And he's going to drop off plates here. And at one point I was like, we've got more plates than we're ever going to use. And this train is, he was eating up the copper. He was eating up the iron. We were having iron troubles at the time, right? So I said, you know what? Just hang tight for a little bit, buddy. And hang tight he did. And that was, oh gosh, it was probably even before I started science. And then we got to, it was when I got to white science. All of a sudden, things slowed down. And I'm like, what the heck happened? Like, I went up here, I'm like, did the Kavorovavax run out? Like, did we run out of the fuel? The fuel was there. You know what was missing? We were missing these things. We were missing the iron plates to make these into barrels. And I looked, and every single one of all my reactors had run out of fuel. You'll notice we had, where was it? The Great Power Dip. We're talking about where was the Great Power Dip? This is the Great Power Dip. No. Where's let's get beacons off of here. Oh wait, these are on here. Where's the Great Power Dip of early on? Solar. I think this is the Great Power Dip of early on when I ran out of coal, right? This is scaring me. Oh no, it's daytime. This is the Great Power Dip of early on. That was a bad thing. That was where I turned the coal belt around backwards to get us back on track. Now let's talk about the Great Power Dip of here. We lost it all. We lost everything. I'm surprised it was not as bad as it could have been. Because everything, the base shut down. Let's be honest, the base shut down. So fortunately I was on a train. I took a train up here. I saw what had happened. I said, oh no. I sent this guy, you get going. It was sent to Iron 2, which is also running out. Sent him to Iron 8. Like, you need to get going, and you need to get going now. I pulled an iron train up here that was dropping off iron plates and had him, like, start dropping off into here just so they could start using it here. But this thing was going, like, really slow because it didn't have any power, right? So I had to start grabbing iron plates and then running up here and handcrafting uranium cells to start feeding into these things to get things going. It was quite the moment of panic. But that's neither here nor there. We're at purple science. For purple science, we had to bring in red chips, green chips, stone. Uh-oh. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, because this is, wait, does this actually need stone? Stone? For what? Oh, yeah, this one took rails. So this is just stone. So this is just going to some stone mine. Ooh, that's not good. And then I think we needed stone bricks, too. I actually thought about, steel. Everything needs steel. That's something else I have to deal with. Iron plates, yeah, whatever. And I thought we needed, yeah, we did. I went back and forth of, do I bring in stone? Do I also smelt it here? Or do I just, pick up stone from the Smeltatorium? And the Smeltatorium, honestly, the stone brick pickup at the Smeltatorium really just isn't. Yeah, there's 2 trains going there, and there's plenty of trains dropping off stone. At least there was when I looked at it like 20 hours ago. So I didn't worry about it. I just brought in another stop to do stone. And for purple science, we got we need the red 1.red modules. We need the train. We need the iron rods. I did iron rods that side. We need the furnaces because the furnaces take. Is that what takes the stone? It takes the stone bricks, and then the train takes the actual stone. Then of course everything needs steel, and then these things need the iron plates. But I'm sure this has made absolutely a billion of them. Yep. So we're good there. And then purple sands, purple sands. Maybe repeat these. I don't. Yeah, the ratios. What are ratios? If it's working pretty good. If I zoom in and I see these little things going, then I know things are good. So these are not going because we're are full. That's also good. So we're buffered. We're really buffered. So you can see the bees are going. I like that. I know you can do it in 1.0, like see the little bees from the map. But I couldn't figure out how to do it, and by the time I actually set out to figure out how to do it, 1.1 had come out, and then you just have this little guy right here, and just, okay, I'll just check out the bees. So purple science happened, and then yellow science was next. And yellow science, it had a lot. It had a lot, and I needed things. What did I need for yellow science? Let's just, I needed lube for the engines. I needed plastic. I needed batteries. Yes, I needed batteries and I needed lube. So we had mega oil over here. Hold on, what's that? All right, I'm okay. I'm not lying. So we had mega oil, right? There's a beautiful blueprint that did all this plastic and stuff, but I didn't do all the other oil stuff. So I know I had seen this other oil blueprint, and I'm like, I don't need that, because it looked like I did a little bit of everything. But I thought, now that I need lube and batteries, it is time. It is time to plop down that blueprint. And you know what that blueprint is. It's oil Tron. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you go there and there. So we plop down, flipping oil Tron. It's got the oil and the Tron. So it's got these little lights, and it keeps everything full. And it makes everything, and then I realized I don't need everything. So I plopped down this, it has a supplemental piece. I gotta do the plug for it. Where's my thing? Advanced Oil Refinery, is that what it is? Yeah, Advanced Oil Refinery. You put your name in there, bud? Sorry, give you a shout out. Anyways, this is what it looks like. It had a bunch of concrete and stuff on there. I don't do that, I don't do concrete. But it had this extra module for, doing more petroleum. I don't need petroleum because, obviously I'm doing it by other atrocities. So I turned that off because it was running petroleum full. What I really needed out of this one was rocket fuel. I don't even need plastic. I did send some, I think for low density structures, I sent a plastic train up here or something, but whatever. And plastic's actually really low. Oof. It does sulfur. I don't use that. It does batteries. I needed that. And then it does lubricant. So it had these little in and out things. And these only turn on when it's full. I think these are supposed to be like you go out and do something else with it. But I decided, in and out, that's for trains. So I have in and out train stations for all the liquids. And was it a good idea? I don't know. I don't think so. The only thing that's getting used is oil in. You can see this amazing loading station. I decided to go compact for this one. It's not great, but I got dual oil unloading just to keep this puppy full, and then a single dude getting lube for electric engines. Yeah, so that's not working out. If I ever come across a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to send into this, I can of course send some trains in. I did plop down another blueprint for just rocket fuel, so that just takes oil and water and puts out rocket fuel, because I'm definitely needing a lot of that. This is a experimental one. Since it only takes crude oil and water, I can plop this down wherever. Heck, I can plop it down. You know what? I can plop down right next to white science, and I might just do that. Thinking on the fly. That's something I do. But you got all the load ups. I loaded up a train full of sulfur, not because I needed it, because I just needed to do something that used petroleum to get this thing working again. But the main things I need is rocket fuel and batteries. And we got coal coming in, of course. So we got plenty of coal. If you if you remember the tale of Giga Coal, we got copper and iron plates. Man, iron plates is doing poorly, but it's good because we have plenty of iron. You know what? Let me show you a little sneak preview of what all the iron we got, because we cleared out. If you remember, we had this is the farthest we had, and I did a little thing. I did a little thing with the education train here. It's called build a little base and send the education train out and have a whole bunch of shell upgrade range and clear this whole area out and then build walls. But we got some 27. We got 27. We got 25. We got 17. We got plenty of iron. So it shouldn't take long to get that up and running again. So we're good there. We're good there. So we got Oiltron though. So Oiltron feeds. What did I build first? I think I did LDS. LDS, low density structures, or Latter-day Saints. I call them LDS because they're holy. Get it? All right, so we started off with, low density structures because they're deceptively easy. All they take are steel, copper, and plastic, right? But they take a lot of copper. And I had steel problems too. I think this is before I had that extra supplemental steel thing. And supplemental, we got a little iron patch right here, so we're just gonna throw that all into these little steel smelter lines and pump that out. And then let's throw down a few lines of smelting on site for copper as well. Let's get those bees going. Look at them. Look at those bees. They're making all these. And then this is copy pastable too. Just copy paste another LDS, covering up this coal patch. But I got some coal patches out in the, what do I call this out here? I could call this the territories. Yeah, the territories. So we're out here in the territories. You can see we got a little turnaround for the education train to have a little fun out here, if you know what I'm saying. But low density structures, and because we need a yellow. Yeah, we needed those for yellow. Oh yeah, we needed those for yellow, and then we also need those for white. Those will get you. That's what hit me. It was like, oh, this is easy. I'll just make some low density structures. And I had 6 trains. 6 trains going to yellow science for low density structures. Because, hey, I needed a lot. So this is for yellow science still. So yeah, this is where I started breaking them out into sub-modules. And the reason I did, well, obviously low density structures was a sub-module because I needed it for white and yellow science, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's a separate one. Red electric engines was a separate sub-module because I needed to. I didn't know if I needed to expand it. It took a lot in. I think I was trying to limit the number of trains I had at each one. So if it was more than like 6 stops of resources coming in, then it was time to build a substation. Maybe something like that. So yeah, electric engines. That was what took the lube. It took the lube here and just steel and whatever green chips. We're all good. And this is buffered full, so we're fine here. I think, pretty sure. Yeah. The other problem I ran into with low density structures is they don't stack much. So I've got 2 loader trains. Like, just how can we do it as much as possible, please and thank you? And why it makes me, I'm concerned why nobody's loading the low density structures. Are we actually buffered there? Heading to pick up, heading to white science. Waiting at white science. So we're buffered. Ooh. That, of course, means something else is wrong. Oh, it's blue chips, yeah. I wanted to record this video soon because, blue chips is out and I need to fix that. And I just wanted to show you. I was doing good. I just wanted your approval. I just wanted 1.5 times per minute. Okay, that is. So we had the electric engines, we had the LDS, and I think that was enough for yellow science. But yes, yeah, we did. Yeah, this is just green chips, the electric engines, Low density structures, steel. Oh, and batteries, because we got batteries from Oiltron. So the main things that we built for yellow signs, because yeah, that's a big jump between purple and yellow. We did Oiltron, and then yellow, and then all that other stuff. Oh man, that was a lot. Because I'm sure part of that was doing expansions, right? Like expanding the walls and doing some education and all that, if you know what I mean. Oh, you. I originally hated this giant green line across the map because I'm like, I don't want the giant green line across the map, but now I kind of love it. Just because I know where my spooter is. I mean, if I'm in the spider, I can just do that, but you can see we've gotten to the point where we're trying to not be in the spider all the time, where you have supplemental spiders. Because that's the theme, supplemental. So here we just made, this is, I did the line style for the robot engines, or the robot frames, and then the yellow signs. I'm like, yeah, it's not fast enough. So we did the full one, what is it, like 4 plus 4, 12. 12, is that the most you can fit around one of these things? And this is copy pastable as well. This is copy pastable, but I think we bottlenecked on low density structures, which it looks like we're not anymore. And now we're bottle chipping, of course. What is the name? Bottlenecking. My goodness, bottle chipping. So now we're bottle chipping on neck chips. Or blue necks. I can't even say it wrong right. So okay. This train here. I was about to like, is it waiting to come in here? So we're bottlenecking on blue chips. Blue chips are low, and that's because green chips are stressed. And so that's something we're going to fix next, but I just wanted to give a base tour before that, because I'm going to move this computer downstairs, and it's going to be the official recording computer. And I have to just plug back in my old gaming computer up here, and maybe record stuff with it, maybe not. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll just hate it so bad. It's not really that much slower than the new computer I got anyways. But, you know. And then I have to copy over the save game. I'm pretty sure that that's technologically impossible to copy a save game in Factorio, so there's basically no way I can do it. And, yeah. So we got yellow science. Oh, look at this. Yellow science is out. We are waiting to pick up, and it is slowed down. We are done. It's over. Science is done. We started, we reigned, we conquered, and now it's the fall of science. Followed by winter and autumn. Gigacoal. I need to name this Gigacoal. This is going to be the only patch that has a tag. Gigacoal. It's the heart of the champion. Oh, you did so good. Oh, here's the other thing I had to do. The upgrades to KOS's build trains. So she had a thing where, what was it? This thing calls for the bots and stuff like that. But then when I started running into the problem was if I had a bee's nest and this thing is dropping off bots, this is going to drop off bots until, you know, bees are flying out of my everywhere. And so what I had to do here is this had to not read the logistic network contents, because I think it was reading the logistic network contents to get the bots or something like that, or I just built it wrong. Sorry, KOS. I changed it over to read the robot statistics, and then I did the thing where these only put the robots in if the availability of the logistics bots drop below, which in turn will drop the contents of these boxes down, which will call for more bots. So it's like these become now the reserve bots, and then this system, this filter here on these inserters will control the amount that goes into the system. So the train brings the reserve bots, so it has the buffer to put in, and then this decides when to put in. And as far as construction bots, I don't know. They just get thrown in with a mix, you know. I didn't do anything specific to handle that. But yeah, we were hurting on blue chips. We're hurting bad. So, why did we do anything exciting since then? There's white science. We're about to head up to white science. Don't worry about it. I guess down to white science. Oh, here's another theme that I did a little bit. I started doing, shout out to Autorio, autorio.com. I don't know if I got that right, but it's the thing that makes these little outposts. You build a wall here, you build a wall here, you copy it, you paste it, you output the string, you say where you want your train thing, and it just builds it for you, so you don't have to deal with putting down a balancer or running all these belts. It obviously works great, especially when you leave the wall there. And just, that's how it works, Pure demonstration of how it works. You put a wall there, you put a wall there. Why isn't this loading fast enough? I'm trying to get more ore. So anyways, Autorio had an option where you can put walls and defenses around your outposts. So I was going to see, like, clearing out biters is a pain. So I started with this little idea that just do it with instead of clearing out, you build it with the gates and with the shooties, and then you can build them wherever, right? So I did that a little bit. That was a phase I went through. So here's one out here. And then I decided that here's another blueprint that I made myself. I actually started what do I have? Defense book. Yeah, look at my defense book. It's got my cool walls. I moved over to the double D defense wall, which is just basically, I was tired of running. Great job there. I was tired of running oil everywhere for the things, and I just did double wall, double lasers, and it works good enough. So that just makes it quicker to get it on out there. But then I built the education station, which is basically just a double D wall around. You just plop this down on the existing rails, and it's got a little turnaround here, and then you send your train out there, and it just clears out the area, and it's real great. So we'll probably do one of those at the end of the video, give a little demonstration, double demonstration there. So that's how I cleared out this area right here. Just cleared it all the way out, and then I just built the bases out here. I found that here's a little pro tip that I found out. You can build your walls a lot faster and easier if you build your build train here and then have it like go straight from there. Because for instance is I built this wall and it went all the way around here, and then I could have turned and gone down here, but then all of these bots would have flown from here across here. They would have ran out of power, number one, and then had to do this thing. We go burp, run out of power, blurp, run out of power, blurp, run out of power. Also, there's like a ton of biters right here because I was just like haphazardly building the wall, just like whatever I want the wall. And they would have just got killed by the biters. So the idea is to build your building train station at the corner of the walls and then kind of build directly straight from there, because then they just run across all these, roboports all along the way. And that's the friends they make along the way as well. So cleared out the area. Had a couple of these stations here. Have the new education train blueprint plop down. We got some big old biter bases out here. But then it was all for. Oh, and I cleared out this area too, and I made this train line across here because this felt way out in the middle of nowhere, right? And then I went up to here for this oil patch, and that was this was alone by itself here. All by the biters. Also, I found out that leaving trees here is really great because biters do not know how to go through trees. And then I built this one across because, I built this wall and I expanded here. And, you build a train line, and then all the trains started basically going on this line. I'm like, well, that's pretty great. So, let's talk about white science. Are we at white science? Did we go there? Where are you? Oh, no, you're up at yellow science. So, how'd you go here? Bloop. Here. Here. To white science. So white science, I wanted to plot down my blueprint. I did the maths. I got I can't see it. You can't see it here, but I have a piece of paper, piece of scratch paper where I sketched out like everything I need. And by sketched, I mean wrote a list. So, I needed to make, I was deciding whether or not to make the satellite on site. Obviously, I'm sitting here over it, and you can see that I made everything on site. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I decided to make the satellite on site. So I had to make accumulators, solar panels, and then the rest of the stuff. I ended up needing 9 things in. It turned out being 10 because I did supplemental low density structures out here. But I didn't know how much I was going to need. And I wanted to build it down this way. I kind of wish I would have had, because I didn't need as much space as I thought I'd need. But I wanted to build it this way just so I'd have like the rocket launch. Like, look at this. This is like Cape Canaveral right here. The little Florida rocket launch station. I wanted to be like on the coast. That'd be so cool. But I chickened out, and I was like, I don't want to do it just for funsies, and then turn out that like I need to move everything around and hate my life and wish I'd done it this way. So I built it up here. So we got here's the satellite building station. We got accumulators, solar panels, radars. I actually did some. I actually started doing some direct inserting. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if even in Red Science did I ever do direct inserting. Oh, I actually did direct inserting there, but you see these other places. Where is it? Like Blue Science or yeah, it's just insert into these giant requested chests and buffer to ridiculous amounts. But I actually stepped up my game and instead of buffering 10 billion gears, just direct inserted into the radar. I don't know why I had 2 into 1. I think I was going to build more, but then I realized that this is more radars than we're ever going to need, and that's not going to be the bottleneck or the bottle chip. And so we got satellite. We got building satellites. We've actually sorry about that. Yeah. Hopefully if I turn away from the mic, that doesn't hurt your butts too bad. And by butts, I mean ears. Hi, Spider. So we got, we're limiting it a little bit. So we're buffered up a good on science. Oh, I bet you blue chips has got to be the problem. The bottle chip. Because low density structures was the bottleneck for a while. And so I plopped down an extra dingus of these from the LDS station, the outpost, if you will. And then I brought in a plastic train just so I can build more LDSs out here. And, we got blue chips in. We can probably see a couple of rocket launches, for those of you who like the rocket launches. They took away the rocket launches, the rocket launch counter. It's kind of disappointing. You can see these guys are, look at them rocket and launch and all that. That's great. Oh, we're going to launch them all. I'm a spider. I like doing this. Stand over the rocket. I'm going to space, boys. But yeah, we got four rocket silos. You can tell I designed these myself too. It's all about the chests in, chests out. What are belts? Just do it with chests. And this train, just to keep it moving, I think. Oh yeah. Oh, this can do way more than 3,000 now. So I did. I capped it at 3,000 just because at this point everything was buffered so much that if it went every 3,000, if every 3 rocket launches, I think I started off with like one or then 2, and I did 2 more. And then it would be plenty enough to keep up with all the other buffered sciences. I'm sure we're running out right about now. Who's gonna be? I mean, yellow's gonna be the first one to run out, right? Yeah, we're still good. Yeah, you can see, white has to keep up with all these double buffered. I think I made double trains for all of these. Yeah. So white's just gotta keep this thing full, and science is gonna keep at 1.5 for, gosh, some time now. How long are we gonna do it? How long is it gonna happen? Still at 1.5. No, staying there. I mean, I'm gonna get a few upgrades in the meantime before I have to fix a bunch of stuff. I did do a whole bunch of mining productivity upgrades. That's probably this is what I should be doing. Is I should be using my current glory time of 1.5k science per minute to bolster myself to be able to fix the problems that I have. So let's talk about the problems I have. Green chips. Green chips are problems. Green chips is like the first module or mega outpost that I built. And so, we looked at that last time. Was it last time? Yeah, it was last time. Because last time was when I started doing mega modules. So it was kind of janky, and we did this thing. We ran out of room. I fixed this. And by fixed, I mean, because I ran out of room for this. And so I was able to snake this guy around and put him around here. Because these guys are, these mines are running out. This one's still kind of going good. I mean, we still have 5.2 million here. So we're definitely not putting out 3 full belts like we were at the beginning. But it's still going good. These are all but gone. 912. We're under 1 million on this one. Jeez. So these ore coming in is supplementing the green chips. All right. And then we just flat out started supplementing with plates, which is also having problems. Why are you having problems? I mean, you're loading, right? Yeah, look at that. We got plenty of trains coming in here. Oh, this is another problem. I don't know what modules are. And so I built this giant on this 27 million, like the biggest mine I've ever had. And Autorio.com, the blueprint maker, lets you put in modules on your miners. So I'm like, I want this mine to last forever. So I put in all productivity modules. Oh, and the only thing it does is make it load really slow. But I guess I don't have that many trains coming. Like, there's nobody, not even a train here. So by the time a train comes out here, yeah, there's a lot of tweaking and optimizations that are available to us at this juncture. But I did pump this full of productivity modules and just was really sad about that in general after I did it, because I realized I just want to do speed modules. I do have, I got this guy who's doing all speed, pumping directly into copper plates, and this is the first smelt on site mine that we got going on. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit more of those now, just smelt it on site since I got blueprints for that. Or I this blueprint, and when I was trying to find blueprints for a good steel smelter, something that gives me all the steel I need with one easy blueprint. The best I found was this guy, not that guy. That's the one I've been using. This guy, who takes this one's claim to fame is it takes a full belt of iron ore, so it'll process a full belt at full speed of iron ore. So if you can feed it constantly, it's going to put out the most you can get out of 45 iron ore per second, which is definitely not 45 steel per second, but one can dream. So I got this guy though. This guy is real nice and compact, and it can do ore, put out a full blue belt of ore. So you just you do the little mathsies. You go to your factoriocalculator.com or whatever it is. You search on Google for that, and then you say how much can 158 full speed beaconed miners put out, and then you say, oh, they can put out about 4. All right, so let's merge them into 4 and then send them down 4 things and then load that train and then have someone come pick them up. And right now it's just white science. So I can start sending more trains here, or put this into the train logic network of, not the train logic network mod per se, but put this into my train optimization of like, hey, you can go here too, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's the plans going forward. Oh, we were talking about green chips. So green chip upgrades. So this was I had this blueprint. I looked for this last time too, and I couldn't find it. I think it was this one. It was a belt. It's a book. I know it's a book. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. I believe. I found you. I found you one time. It's not Kitsch. Oh, I'm not going to find it, is it? Because it's a book with 3 things in it. It's not nuclear. It's not swamp science. It's not modules. Stop. Urgh. You can imagine everyone yelling at the screen right now. I see it. It's not advanced oil. I might have deleted it. I know it's here somewhere. Science? No, it's not science. It's not smelting by KOS. It's not nuclear. That's from KOS, by the way. Well, you know what? I didn't find it again. And so it's sad. But anyways, it was the blueprint for like this whole thinger. This whole giant whatever to put out 2 lanes of plates to process your iron ore. And what I found out, right, and then I ran out of space. I aggressively built this train station all the way up here, and then these are right next to the thing, and I ran out of space. I needed more processing, because I needed more green chips. This is run thin. I need to get some more stuff in. So what I'm gonna do, this is what I thought up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use these things, not those things, these things. All right. I'll take these things, and you can see this saves me, because they have got the same. If you do apples to apples, you save 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I say 5? It saves me at least 4 blocks per smelter. So if I am just flat out just delete all of these and put in that new one, we are going to have a lot of space. So we're going to bring in more copper, more steel, and then on this side we're going to bring in, more copper, more steel. What is your problem? Why are you a thing? Much better. You know, and that's what it's gonna be. So we're gonna make more green chips, and then we're gonna make another loading station too. That's a big problem. We got a lot of people trying to get the green chips. You know, we're doing pretty good. we got. I don't know why I put passive or requester chests here. I don't know why or when that happened, but it wasn't when I decided to do this bees situation. But when I saw that they were passive chests or active requester chests, then I started putting some of these down. And at the time, this was kind of buffered full because we got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 going into 8. So instead of like doing a 12 to 8 balancer, I just started, you know, like using some bees to get them over there early. And we just have, yeah, that's then so yeah, green chips needs to be better. We need to make more green chips, more green chips, more green chips. And that's so we can make blue chips better, because here's blue chips. Here's blue chips is hurting. Oh my goodness, it's hurting. It is hurting. It's hurting. Oh, we could do another. Oh, we only have 2? Oh my. That's not good at all. That's not good one bit. So this is where we use our new copper plate thing. You know, you just do something like, you know, just, oh, this of course doesn't have a. I'll plop down that train there. We don't worry about filters because nothing bad ever happens with trains going to the wrong station, and never have to worry about that. And you know, obviously do that and send this dude to here. Empty cargo, and let's go to copper plates 1. I think I named it copper plates 3 because technically it's third place, but you know, it's like a mine that I named copper 1 and all that. Let's go to full cargo. Let's get her done there. What do you mean you're out of fuel? Ah, jeez. Fuel train. Where's fuel train? Where are you at? Oh, fuel train is wrong. Where's the 1 point? Why? Oh, there it is up here. This guy is less than 20, I think is the usual thing there. So this should open back up. And then I think these guys need to change as well, and I can't change them from the air. Thanks. I can do this. No, we just come here. Let's just come here. We need to come here anyways. Oh, come on. Now you're holding up everything even more. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What we can do? What are we going to do about this? We just need to get this over here. All right, watch this. Watch this pro gamer move. Just control X this, right? Ah, ha, ha, yeah. And put it back. Wait, then it doesn't load? No. Why? I think sometimes you can do like this. And then this. And it'll load. Question mark. No? Come on, work with me. I just want to put some fuel in you. Well, at least I got the fuel train coming. Maybe? Heading to oil Tron. Uh-oh. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do to fix. I want to plop down another one of these things, but, like, the blueprint is jank. Sorry if you made the blueprint. I probably gave a shout out to that. Yeah. Like, it all comes in down here. I don't want to do that. I want it to come in on the side, right? So I want this to come on this. Well, especially if I'm going to do it like this, right? If I'm going to flop down another one here and have another blue line coming in this way. I guess I could do it like sideways or something. I don't know. The moral of the story is I need flipping a lot of green chips. But where are we at? We're right at an hour, and I'm done. Done with everything. Yeah, so let's do something like, you know, I guess I could do something. Yeah, any way you stack it. I just want the blue chips to come down this way. So I could do it like that. Oh, that's not terrible. Because then red chips would have to go where? If I did it like that. And then I just... I'll think about it. But yeah, and so I've already got 4. You know, we saw red chips are doing great right now. So this is already smoking 4 into 2. We could definitely change that 2 into 4 and send those all the way over here. You know what? I don't hate that. Should I just plop it down now and think about it later? That's not a bad idea. We just need to do another supplemental. Yeah, we just need 15 flipping. So we need 15. These guys are these guys are, I think, 8 to 7. 6, 7, yeah, 8 to 7, because I had this idea of doing 8 here and 7 here because you need 15. And like honestly, I needed to balance everything a little bit better. This guy still didn't have fuel? Seriously. These are where most of my problems comes from. Just complete brain farts and then not remember what I'm doing. What is your problem? We're gonna take this. I'm gonna put it in here. There you go. Please. Wouldn't want to be you. Yeah, so yeah, my major problems with this blue chips is, number one, I planned from the beginning with supplemental green chips, and I put them too close. Like this all needs to back up, and so the train dropping in straight green chips can merge and balance with this one instead of like needing like basically this train will run half the blue chips, and then these 2 trains will run half the blue chips, and that gets us at most 1 blue belt of blue chips, which loads how many trains? It loads, yeah, the beaconing, the science experiment, and gosh, that just needs to stop. I mean, that's not gonna do anything anyways, because I mean, this science experiment is basically shut down at this point. So it's loading the beaconing. So we got blue chips at the beaconing. We're making modules. We got blue chips at, I think, white science, yellow science. Yeah, white science and yellow science all need blue chips. So we got 1 train trying to feed off this starved blue chip base, and it needs just a lot of green chips, and those green chips need a lot of iron and a lot of copper. So that's where I'm at right now, and that's what we're doing. But hey, we are doing science. Going back to, look at this, the brain's still braining. And finally and foremost, genius, I tell you. Oh, look at this, I can even do this. I didn't copy and pasty that. We're gonna bolster our science to at least 1 or 2 more sciences. Like that. And then like that. So let me show you what this guy does. His name, does it say it? Did his name not save? His name is Peter, and he's the Buildertron, and he builds, right now he builds science. So little Peter is going to go back to the base, and he'll pick up some science there. And in the meantime, right, you know, since the theme is running this thing into the ground, we're going to plop down another science. So I think this should get us to 2k science per minute. You know, if we're going to run the buffer out, let's run it out good. So I'll plop this puppy down. You know, we're going to have to plop down a few more of these things haphazardly. You know, we'll think about that later. We'll figure it out later. But I don't have science stations. I don't have labs in the build station, right? So that's where little Peter gets to come in here, and then he has the logistics that brings him the science buildings, and then he's got a robot port, and so he's going to come up here and build those things. So that's my first, you know, I got 1.1 like a couple weeks ago, like not that long ago, right? All right, this is RIP science right here. Oh, it's coming to an end. Is yellow train coming? Oh, look at that, we're close. Oh, we're coming to the end of it. Should I do something other than that? We got mining productivity. What can we do that'll help us? Mining productivity. Oh, we're halfway in there. Let's. I don't know. We're halfway in this. Let's do this instead. We gotta get us some mining productivity in the meantime, because this is only 35k. And if we're doing 2k a minute, that's only gonna take 35 minutes. If I'm doing the math right. So yeah, little Peter came and he built these. He did a good job. He didn't get these. Oh wait, no, he did. Look at that, little Peter. He's doing such a good job. So yeah, that's my base. That's my base. We got white science. Oh, this is just from the beginning. We got the beginning. We got the solar field. We got the main bus. We got the brain where all the science happens. We got red science, green science, nuclear. I didn't name all the oil thing, or see, I didn't name all the things because I had train names back in the day. Because it's just, you know, iron 1, copper 1, you know. The North Wall, West Isle building train. Now we're doing more labels. But yeah, I got electric engines. I got all the things, and you know, we're gonna expand out here. Oh, I was gonna do the train. Can't live in the third phase. So where's a good spot to train? Get it? I don't want to do the train. I did launch a few nukes though. That's kind of fun. Where's my nukes? Can you see those from space? But yeah, so I mean, we got plenty of copper. We got plenty of iron out here. We're gonna get that going. Copper. We got one copper that we botched here because we filled it full of productivity modules. Oh my goodness. And the next copper. Goodness, there's a 30 out there. There's a 19. Maybe I'm gonna head out this way. Just kind of scooch my booch around here and get across this little guy and bring a ton of what do you call them? These things. You know what? I could probably just start doing that. Oh, why? That is the one thing from 1.1 that I love the most. Is obviously not for that, but for we'll do it one bigger. We'll do it one bigger just because we need the rail stops. We learned that lesson the hard way. Stop it, just don't. Oh my goodness. Okay, so one bigger there. That's the one thing that I love from 1.1 is for the, you know, being able to build. Does this actually work? If I rail this one out here, that's kind of what we want, right? About there. Nope. Just come on out that way, and then you're gonna work, right? Right. So we'll just kind of build straight across here, you know. And kind of go doot, and we're gonna run out of radar space, aren't we? Well, you know what? We can just build a radar out here. Bloop. And then these might even get power. Look at that. See? They know what they're talking about. Why does this guy... Oh, probably because we're out of the build range, too. You know what? We can handle that as well. And getting a little snake preview about how I do things. Come on. There. Look at that. Wait, that does not solve our problem. Does it solve our problem? It might solve our problem. Yeah, look at that. So, hey, look at these little guys. They're just going to build that land bridge. And, hey, next time we might be all the way out here, or, you know, you might never see me again. So, we'll leave you on that note. There it is, folks. There's the base. Oh, we should, no, we need to take out the chain. We need to take out the train. That's what we're here for. That's where the excitement is. How about this spot? Like, I don't want to build out here because these are, you know, here's the starting spot, so we're not hitting the big ones out here, but I'd kind of like to see what's going on here. And we already do have kind of the this is just the jank track with no signals. That's, you know, building or education train only. Yeah, so education train. I was upgrading it, and in the meantime, I hit some range upgrades as well. So I'm plopping down these little guys, and all of a sudden one of them just turns. I'm like, what? It just shoots. I'm like, what are you shooting at? What's gonna die? But these guys, if I put on the range of my artillery, yeah, some biters had unfortunately built into this range here. So now this, when this guy's parked at the station, he starts shooting things. That's the other thing I'm gonna do too. I don't have any turrets in production, artillery turrets, but since I have this big station to build artillery shells that's usually buffered up pretty much, we're taking it back all the way to the beginning. Take it back to video 1, all right? If anyone actually watched that, which nobody did because these are all private, not public. We've got this building train that has two empty trains on it. Huh? 2 empty trains, 2 empty cargo trains, all right? You see what we're doing here. We are going to start plopping down artillery turrets on the walls. Oh, yeah. And then the building train is going to also resupply. Back in the day. Back in the day when I did not know how to do anything. Look at this. This is great. This is great, folks. Oh, what is a stacker? How do stackers work? I don't know. Big dreams for West Isle. It was great. Especially with Gigacoal. Hey, we got yellow science in here. That was pretty good. Oh yeah, we were doing this. Okay, so let's. Oh, you know what I should do? I need to have Peter. I need to have Peter have rails in him. So if I need to build stuff, then I can do that. So where am I right now? I'm right here. Should we go out this way? Should we go out this way instead? I just don't know. I don't know. Tom, you know, I can sneak through here. So we're gonna go up here. We'll go up here and start building. We're gonna get out there. Get out there with some some whatchamadoodle, some walls. So how's this guy gonna get out here? And where's he gonna go? All right, yeah, we're gonna end this video with a little bit of militia, a little bit of military action, a little bit of showing you how old Scotty Ball Game does the thing with the military. So I think this guy goes backwards out here. Yeah, he goes up with this guy. He goes up this track, which crosses into that track. So this is outbound, right? Yeah, this is outbound. So we're gonna turn off of here. We don't need we don't need we don't need signals because it's just gonna be one train, and we're just gonna haphazardly do this pretty good. I'm gonna take some a little couple of gates, and get these out here. How's that working out for you? Oh, it does it like that. And then these rails can go right on through the gates of heck. Cover your ears, kids. And it's gonna come back in through here. Well, and then here's another big thing we need to do. Then we just plop down a rail system after that. Let's be honest. Eventually, we're gonna do something with real rails. And then, this is where I need Peter to have rails. Oh, Peter, why don't you have rails? But what we're really gonna do, actually, is this is gonna come off of here. I'm usually not this haphazard. I'll be honest, but haphazardy begets haphazardy something. So where can this go? Can this go anywhere? Ooh. Can this get out here? See, I can't get out here because I want to figure out where it can go before I destroy stuff, and I can't figure out where it's going to go until I destroy stuff. Here's a problem. So let's just take out a chunk of the wall and see what we can fit through, and just deal with it from there. It's not like we ever get attacked here, so I don't have to worry about that. So we want to eventually get up to here somehow, like that. Yep, looks good to me, Kevin. And then we'll just put some gates there. Can't curved rail. Oh, curved rail is in the way. Yeah, I getcha. So what if it wasn't a curved rail? What if tomorrow? Oh, it's gonna curve there too. And then we go up here. Something like that. Great. Oh, beautiful. Wonderful. Amazing. Incredible. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Stop. Just don't. Okay. Close enough. We'll get the old close enough, the old CE award. And then that's gonna go like a little bit of that. So we can have some structure to it. A little bit of triple wall there. I gotta protect that. You can see my genius. My genius here at work. Yeah, this one's not gonna work out. Where are you? You need to get over here. We need to get in this. We need to start doing it for real. All right, folks, we got some live building action here. It's happening. So, this is a thing where I need to up this to like, Peter, this is where I need Peter as well. Up this to like 500 and then fill myself completely full with everything and just, all of these blueprints. I didn't need that anymore. Why do we even have that? Electric engines. Why? Something like that. And I need a lot more lasers too. Where you at, lasers? Need more of you. Is this where I come back and like 250? I come back and like I didn't actually go up on walls. Yeah, I got walls coming up to me. All right. No, there's some guys coming. They know what's happening. So I should have enough rails to kind of do this in my stash. This is my normal. This is my normal way I take things out. You're just gonna run around with your spider until things die. You get like a whole bunch of personal lasers on you. My goodness. These spiders are getting a little saucy. I noticed I noticed they've been getting a little more powerful. Not sure how I feel about that. But hey guys, what you doing? You heading out to the base? Cool. All right, so maybe out here. Excuse me, building here. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. No. Oh, because it doesn't build over biter bases. The bitter biter base battle. All right. Yep. How are we doing? 300 rails. Let's see. This looks like a good spot to. No, let's go up a little bit further. Let's go a little bit further. We'll do some exploring while we're out here as well. All right. All right. Hey, how's it going, guys? Excuse me. I'm just trying to build some rails here. Excuse me. Thank you. Pardon me. Come through. I think, yeah, closer to the I've been here before. I was teaching some lessons out here. Looks like you guys didn't learn your lessons. You still built around the main school grounds. School ground 0. Little joke there. Yeah, these big guys. Well, sometimes these big guys like have a lot of power to them, and sometimes they just die really quickly. I don't understand it. I don't understand what makes you the way you are. I hate so much the things about the way you choose to be. Something like that. Hey, how's it going? Juked. Oh. They did not buy my juke. Alright. Well, that's time. It's time. Well, not the science station. My defense book. Look, I wrote. Oops. Defense book. Look at this. Could I put a description or something on here? Defense book description. Pumpkin dog. Defenses. Hit it with that double D. Because like the double D defense wall. It's all good. Oh, yeah. Defense book and education station. Here we go. Let's start plopping her down. And I should just, the idea is you can get rid of it. Because I think I added that in the defense book as well. I hope the train still fits here. Bloop. So the idea is, and I think I added that to my defense book. Look at this. I'm thinking ahead for the people. Tear it down, boys. So when you're done with the education station, you can just use this filter to tear down all the power poles and lasers and walls and things. And so you can leave all the stuff out here. But it's still... What am I out of? Am I out of stuff? Did it build? How close did I get done to building with all the stuff that I had? I built some rails. Oh, so this one I just have to just go back and stand in the zone. This is where Peter would be better for it, you know. I probably shouldn't go back that way because then I'm gonna get wrecked by these guys. But these guys are already getting wrecked by the wall. Suckers. You know, in the meantime, I can always send the train out and get started on the party. I should put a radar in here too. You know, that would probably be a good idea if I stuck a radar in there. Put that on. If he got stuck on this super small lake, I was gonna freak out. All right, let's see. What do we got coming? We got rails coming. We got turrets coming. We got medium poles coming. Did we like run out of medium poles? We got bots coming. We got these things going. What is that? That's the thing that's happening. Oh, these things. Oh, that's the problem. That's why nothing comes to me. We got the slow bits. It's like robots, but they're slow. That's why you need to build your big bot network. Go look at these guys. They're trying. Oh no. Okay. This is really. Every video needs a train wreck. What about this guy? Oh dear. Who are you supposed to be going to? The base. You know what? I think you go there and then you just quit. Copper 2 is done. We cleaned that out. Look at that. It's not too bad. But we should be getting our walls and stuff. Do we get enough walls? 500. So 500 is supposedly incoming. I don't know how many is incoming from these horrendously slow bits. This is where you take, you go Control C around one of these little guys. All right. Let me show you some of the secret sauce to this magic right here. You go, doot, doot, doot. Oops, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. You know, that solves this is what the grid woulda, shoulda, coulda done. And instead you have this haphazard thing across here that if you ever want to actually build something, you're gonna be really sad. And that's how we run our base, boys. That's how we run our base. All right, we got some walls. All right, let's go back out there. Let's get her done. We're gonna stick a radar out there too. It's not a bad idea. In the meantime, this is what I always do. I always have something to look at from space. You know, I can do a lot of building from space. I can do a lot of changes and stuff like that. So if I ever have to walk somewhere or do something, I always, you know, go check out, all right, what's going on with green chips? You know, manually change some trains around. You know, green chips looking pretty good. And check out LDS over there. Check out this guy's usually getting attacked by something or other. You know, I gotta clear that out at some point. You know what I'm talking about. And then they're like, oh, look at that. And then in the meantime, I made it out there. So multitasking. You always got to have something to do. I have tips now. So you just go there and go, oop, mark is red. And then you're done there. I had some nukes. Launched them, though. That's too sad. It's too bad. We could have done that. Oh, yeah. I talked about in the last video. This is going to be like the nuclear land where you just build nothing but nukes. I haven't done that yet. You know, I got... That was that was before I knew what science was. And these guys, stop. Just trying to pick them up so they can do. They just have to sit there and charge forever. How are these all out of power? Like, can one of these hit a power pole? Then don't tell me we're all out of power. Oh, this whole thing's out of power. So this thing never got hooked up in the first place. That makes sense. That's what I get for using medium power poles on my wall. This is why you probably don't want to use my defense book. Let's play a game called Watch the Robot Come and put this down. Here he goes. Look at that. He's following the new path. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no. He's off the path. He's going to have to go back. Yep. Oh, but it didn't go into slow zone. That's pretty good. All right, I think we're close enough. Let's start bringing out the bad boy. I mean, the good boy, the educator. I don't like... So I used to be able to just visually parse and see like where my train, like my building chains and stuff are up here. Now with this new one, like it's all over here, and then it's 1-2 extra clicks to actually get there. This is probably because I'm a casual and not... Oh, don't tell me you can't go out here. Don't tell me you can't go out here. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me I did it backwards. I did it backwards. Why do I always do it backwards? Why do I always train backwards? I knew what I was doing too. I'm like, oh, this one goes that way and this one goes that way. One of these days. One of these days I'll actually figure out how right goes right and left goes left and how trains work. But for now, we'll do this. For now, we'll do this. And for now, we'll do... Am I out of train tracks? No, this is the thing too, where it's like, if you build in a building zone... if you build in a building zone... Cannot reach. I'm literally standing on top of it. Wait, where am... Oh, no. Well, at least I didn't send... at least I didn't send the personal train. Every video, I send it away. Oh, you need to be up here for this. You don't want to be out of here. Oh, look at that. Mining productivity. Let's start that research. Maybe a couple more. So are these actually going to get built or no? Yes. 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 One more. Una más. Yes. Okay. Let's get what we're whatever for. All right. So you. Oh, yes. You're going to come up here. And we are going to have a good time. Where am I? M. Get in the spider. Spider has the power shield, so you don't die. Are we out of walls and stuff too? Whatever. We're walled enough. Doing the spider dance. Do, 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 do. Doing the education dance. Do, 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 do. Hello? Education chain? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I was going to put a radar down. Yeah, ideally this would work without... Oh, look at that. We can get that much more education going on here. All right, here we go. Let's see the education area. Oh, we're gonna be educating here for a while. Oh no, don't no. Oh, I didn't do the condition. So sad. So sad. Empty cargo. All right, now he's got to go. It's not too far. I don't have many turnarounds in my train system. Could be somewhat of a problem. How's this guy doing? Oop. I feel like that's different. Maybe it's different or I'm just wrong, but I feel like I've definitely, like a lot of times when I close this and I think I'm going to go to a spot that I was at, I don't know, maybe I'm just not hitting back to map or whatever, something like that. All right, here we go. Education chain, coming on out. All right, we got a first batch of students coming in. How's it going, guys? Ooh, charging it, charging it, charging it. And you're done. All right, here we go. So we got a nice education area, and we got I call this the education area, and then this is the exploration area. If we grab our artillery targeting remote, we can just target all the way out here. We won't do that right away. We're gonna do some education first. I just love to see how perfectly it just comes in. Boom, boom. It fires off the perfect amount, and just do, 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 do. So nice. So yeah, there you have it. There's the base. We got science going. We got education going. We got biters. And yeah, there you go. Hope you have a good day. We'll leave it at that. Hour and 34. Ah, jeez.